I'm a political sociologist and historical sociologist based in London, mainly at the Institute for the Study of Muslim Civilizations, Aga Khan University. Now, I decided to study legal reform in Iran, and the more I read about the subject, the more I realized that it was a very, very useful way of looking at some very, very core issues in modern Iranian history. Okay, and broadly there's three. The first is that legal reform and judicial reform was a key instrument in state formation and state building. Now, you can say it always is. The legal system is always the core of any modern state. But it was a particularly contested process in Iran because of the peculiarities of the power structure, and specifically the relative independence of the Shiite clergy in Iran, okay, which is something which you didn't have in the Sunni context, where the clergy were more incorporated into the state. And this Sunni clergy had at least a theoretical, not always an actual, but a theoretical monopoly over the law in the traditional society. There was a very, very powerful tradition of scholastic legalism amongst the Shiite clergy, and that made legal modernization a very contested process. Secondly, legal reform is a very good way of looking at the secular and liberal traditions in modern Iranian history. Okay, because it was the rallying call in many ways of what I've called the liberal legalists in Iran during the constitutional revolution was qanun, law. Thirdly, legal and judicial reform is part of the bigger story of the 1979 revolution, because legal and judicial reform had a very, very profound impact on the social composition and ideological outlook of the Shiite clergy in Iran. And when Khomeini took power, in fact, one of his first targets after the 1979 revolution was the taghuti, the ungodly, devilish legal system, secular legal system that had been established by the post-constitutionalist reformers. So it's part of that bigger story as well.